Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Color Me Bad Lynn, back to share 4 affordable easy reach fragrances. A couple of them are extremely old, a couple of them may be closer to new, well just one may be closer to the 2020s, but they're all really easy reach fragrances. But before we get into me sharing those with you, I want to greet you properly and welcome you to our channel. If you're not familiar with who I am, if this is your very first time ever meeting my acquaintance, greetings. I am Color Me Bad Lynn, at least that's what I go by over here on YouTube. Just to give you a brief scenario of who I am and what I do, I am a beauty professional among many other things. Glad to have you on our channel. We keep it real simple, real nice and light. We mainly talk about, we talk about all things beauty. Mainly the fragrances that are in my collection, those that I want to add to my collection that are on my wish list. Maybe we'll get into the ones that are on your wish and in your collection. Your wish list in your collection. So we also talk about natural skincare, a little bit about makeup, all types of hair, real and not. We'll talk about love, relationships, romance, a little bit about dating, family issues, and faith. And if I forgot to mention anything, we will talk about that as well. So let's get into it. Some of these fragrances, maybe all of them, you've heard of them before. I don't think any of them are new. No, they're not new, but they're fragrances that I think are affordable, easy reach fragrances. And what I mean by easy reach is something you'll grab and spray on. You won't care how many times you spray out. You don't care how loud it is when you first spray it out. You're in a hurry. You're on your way to work and you're running late. You don't want to spray on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 and up fragrance on, $500 fragrance on, $300 fragrance, 200, 100. So but you want to smell good for the day, right? And so these are the types of fragrances that you grab on those days. The day when you want to smell good all day long, you really don't have time to layer down properly. Let's get it. So the first fragrance that I want to come on and share with you guys is from the design house of Oscar de la Renta. This fragrance is Bella. This was launched back in 2020. I'll bring the bottle in a little bit closer. I love the design of this bottle. I really do. They have 3, I think, that came out. There's a white with more of a white floral. Then there's one that's heavily rose. And then this one. This one has rose in it as well, I believe. This one has raspberry, and I took a few notes for you guys. This one has raspberry, red currant, it has grapefruit in it, it has rose in it, amber, a little bit of musk, and patchouli. This is a beautiful fragrance. I don't think I have the others in my collection. If I did, I'll probably have them displayed out. But this smells so amazing. Like, this is really pretty. It starts off a little bit loud, a little bit Oscar de la Renta-ish. Oscar de la Renta-ish. If you know what I mean, you know their fragrances normally kind of blast out really loud. You can smell the alcohol content of the fragrance immediately. But once this calms down, this is absolutely gorgeous. I love this fragrance. I wouldn't mind having a larger bottle of this fragrance. It smells so delicious. Yeah, it's really good. It has a really nice combination of the floral notes, not too much grapefruit, because I'm not a huge grapefruit lover in my fragrances, but as long as it's mixed right. It's got the perfect amount of rose in this. It's not overly sweet, but it's just sweet enough. This could definitely be a date night fragrance. So if you have a lunch date, or if you grab a little bit of breakfast, or if you have a dinner date after work, this is a perfect transition fragrance for that, which means that you can get away with it during the day at work, and you can also kind of freshen up with this before you leave, and it will definitely give you what you need for that smell good on your way and while you're there. Again, this one is Oscar de la Renta. Bella Essence. Beautiful fragrance, you guys. You can find this it's a really affordable fragrance. You can probably find it for under $30. It's really, really affordable. But I love the way it smells. It smells so good and it lasts so long. For me, I like it for a bedtime scent. Sometimes I layer that with my tea rose fragrance, and you know my tea rose, it lasts all day long. It's almost time for me to re-up the tea rose too, because I love wearing that fragrance. So our next fragrance that we have on the list was launched way back in 1985. That may be before some of you guys were born. I don't know. But definitely a beautiful fragrance. I actually have a little bit of that on today. And it smells absolutely amazing. I wanted to spray on something, especially when I'm hanging around the house on those days when I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Something to make me smell like a little diva-ish without spraying out on my good that's going to last me all day long, well into the evening time, even through preparing dinner. It is designed by Paul Sebastian. This is an old school fragrance. It has tuberose in it. It has orange blossom and peach in it. It has rose, blackcurrant, and ylang ylang. And it has a couple more things in it, but those are the notes that I love. It is so good. You can find this fragrance for a little bit of nothing. It has been around from the beginning of time. It will never get old. It's a really sweet, nice, syrupy fragrance, and I love it. And it's got the perfect amount of white floral in it, which I love. It's not too much. You know what I mean? How some fragrances are just a little bit too florally. They're a little bit too, too aged, so to speak. Depending on how you layer this, you can brighten this up quite a bit. I use a really, really pretty lotion and spray before applying this. Some people may deem this one of our old lady frags, but this is so beautiful to me. It's really juicy. It doesn't mention that it has a grape note in it or anything like that, but I get that vibe for it. I would definitely say that if you love Passion by Elizabeth Taylor, if you love the original Poison by Christian Dior, you might want to get your hands on this if you don't already have it in your collection. It's an all-time favorite of mine, always will be. You can probably find this, you guys, for little or nothing. It is really, really beautiful fragrance, and it really, in my opinion, doesn't have an age on it. Now, I wouldn't, spray this down on a 13-year-old or anything like that, but this is so pretty to me. Always has been, always will be. Again, designed by Paul Sebastian. Another affordable, easy reach fragrance from my collection. Perfect for transitioning from summer to fall. My next fragrance on the list. Now, this one is probably deemed a more of a springtime fragrance. You guys probably already know, if you've watched any of my other recordings, that I love the house of Elizabeth Arden. All of their fragrances, in my opinion, are really, really good. I date way back 20 plus years ago, working in cosmetics and getting familiar with their fragrances. And I just love the quality of their fragrances. And you can find them for such affordable prices, and they smell absolutely amazing. And that's what I love about the cosmetic company Elizabeth Arden. This one is Red Door Revealed. Okay, so this is a flanker of the original Red Door. It does have a little bit of the DNA of the original Red Door, just in case you're wondering, but it has its own personality. This is really, really loud when you first spray this out of the bottle, which, if you're familiar with Elizabeth Arden's fragrances, you know that all of their fragrances are like really loud when you first spray them out. Even green tea, you get that huge blast of like, whoa. But after it calms down, it's really, really pretty. I did take down some notes. This has pink peony in it. It is extremely green, like most of their fragrances. They have green orchid, pear. You've got Bulgarian rose in this. You got lily. You got a little bit of plum, which surprised me because I'm not a huge plum lover in my fragrances, but they did a beautiful job with this. It has guac wood in it. It has black amber and oak moss. This is so pretty, you guys. With the amber put in this fragrance, and this is just in my opinion, you can wear this all year round. I know some people, like I always say, separate their fragrances according to seasons. I don't, meaning that I basically wear my fragrances all year round. This is something that I will wear in the fall when it's a little bit cooler, a little bit breezier. You got the sun shining. It's about 80 degrees outside. Cool, crisp wind blowing, or maybe a little bit of a rainy or misty day. Perfect fragrance for that type of weather. If you don't have this fragrance in your collection and you love the original Red Door, I highly recommend that you add this. Soft, sensuous, sexy, affordable, easy reach fragrance to your collection. Again, this is Red Door Revealed by Elizabeth Arden. All right, now we got one more. This particular fragrance, I've teeter-totted back and forth on this one for years. This one was made or launched back in 2007. So this one has been around for a very, very long time. I don't know if you guys are into your fashion and things like that, but Guess is making a comeback. I never knew that it went anywhere. But the design and fashion house of Guess is making a comeback, which means you're seeing more of the clothing, the t-shirts, the jeans back on the scene. And I came from an era growing up like middle school and high school where Guess was hot, right? And so I'm glad that I kept a lot of my Guess fragrances because it's swimming back around, and I'm really glad to hear and see that. Okay, so this one is Guess Gold. Extremely affordable, easy reach fragrance, perfect for like work. If you want to wear something that's gonna last all day long, it's affordable. It's gonna rock with you the duration. If you bust a sweat, it'll still hang tight with you. You're talking about 6 to 8 plus hours of wear. Again, this was launched back in 2007. This has pineapple, lemon, water lily. It has rose in it, amber, vetiver, and sandalwood. And if you notice, most of the fragrances I've mentioned, if not all of them, all have a note of rose in them. I love rose fragrances, so most of my fragrances in my collection are heavily noted in rose or got a little touch of rose in them. And some of them have 5 roses, different types of roses in them. That's how much I love the scent of rose. So normally if a fragrance has a note of rose in it, no matter what the price point is, I always try to get my nose on it just to kind of give it a try. And like I said, Guess is making a comeback. I'm starting to see the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the jeans circulating again, which I think is great because I always love Guess jeans and their t-shirts. And of course, I like their fragrances. And so I'm glad to see that. So this definitely has to calm down before you kind of stick your nose in it. It has a little bit of a synthetic-y note when it comes to that first blast off of your pineapple and your lemon. But once this calms down on my skin, it lasts for about 6 to 8 hours. That is definitely with proper layering, but it's a really, really nice scent if you like those types of notes. If you like vetiver, if you like sandalwood, if you love amber like I do, you may want to give this a chance. Now, this is labeled as a women's fragrance, but I'm telling you, this can go unisex. It really can. I could definitely smell a gentleman rocking this, and it probably smelling better on him than on one of us ladies. But this is really something really nice to have in your collection. I'm going to share something with you. If you don't like the combination of sandalwood and vetiver and amber combined together, you're not going to like this. It's going to be too much for you. It's going to be more of a masculine scent for you, and you're not going to care for that. that particular heaviness at the base of the fragrance, because I get it from the first blast out. I get the pineapple, a little bit of lemon, I get a little bit of rose, and I get all of those heavy base notes right out of the first blast. And I don't know, it's because it's, you know, an older fragrance, it's been around for a long time, but I get that on the first blast out. So if you're not into unisex fragrances, you might not care for this one, because it definitely straddles the fence. Both male and female could definitely rock this particular fragrance. And I'm in my opinion, this will probably smell better on a gentleman, but every now and then I like to reach for this one. It's really nice, especially if you're using a really beautiful rose noted body cream and spray before applying this. Ooh la la, beautiful. Real quick, and those are just 4 of extremely affordable, easy reach fragrances, perfect for work, transitioning from work to an evening dinner, or if you're going to lunch and you're coming back, you freshen up, it's good to go. Extremely affordable. The first one we went over was Oscar de la Renta Bella Essence. Very pretty, has rose in it. All of these fragrances have rose in them, you guys. Then we also went over Paul Sebastian's Design. Extremely affordable. Beautiful old school fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. So if you don't mind a little old lady frag, get that one if you don't already have it in your collection. And then also Elizabeth Arden's Red Door Revealed. Gorgeous juice. Love this fragrance. It is a little bit loud coming out of the blast, so I do want to warn you about that. If you don't like a really loud fragrance, you may want to steer away from this one. It's not going to be your cup of tea. It's just not. But if you don't mind a little bit of a loud blast out front and allowing it to simmer down, definitely add this one to your collection. And you could probably find this one again for a really affordable price. And then this one, this out of all of them, I would think would be more leaning on a unisex note than any of the other ones. And this one is Guess Gold, and you can also find this one for a really affordable price. All right, so those are the 4 fragrances that I wanted to come on and share with you guys that I think are, well, they are extremely affordable, and I think they're easy reach fragrances. I wanted to come on and share those. I have several others that I'm going to be coming on and sharing with you guys as well. There will be an easy transition from spring to summer to fall and then into winter. This is your girl Color Me Badly, and saying thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. If you have any of those fragrances that I've shared with you today in your collection, or if you've ever worn them from way back in the day, share that with your girl down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Even if you didn't like it, let me know what you think about them. I love to hear from you. Again, this is your girl Color Me Badly, and we will see you on the next video. Bye bye.